Good afternoon. We have another day working on the bus. Actually, today we're working on the RV. We are pulling stuff off the RV to put into the bus. I just got done pulling the LP tank out from under the RV. It is a 35 gallon, I believe. I'm sorry, 18.6 gallon LP tank. So this is just going to be one of two propane tanks I'm putting on the bus. I still want to put a 100-pound propane tank under the bus. Like you saw in one of the earlier videos, I made the mistake of getting a vertical tank instead of a horizontal tank. So I'm going to use that one for now to get me going in the bus, and then when I can afford to put the larger horizontal tank in the bus, I'll put that one in there as well. This way it'll give me plenty of LP gas, plenty of propane to be off-grid. I also looked into seeing what it's going to cost to put a hitch on the bus. One, because I've got this trailer that I can tow the motorcycle with, and then eventually I want to get a mighty hauler, which is just it's a lift that goes on the back of the bus. Instead of having to trail it behind a trailer, it goes up on a ramp and it's on the lift on the back of the bus, and much more compact, easier to get around, and I don't have a trailer following behind me. So, but that's where we are right now. I'm also going to be pulling the generator out of this thing. Not that I need a generator for the bus, because I've got one, and for the bus specifically, that also runs on propane. But I'm just going to part this out for as much as I can and then get rid of it. So if anybody's interested in a shell of an RV, it has a big block GM engine in it, the rear axle, dually, the whole bit. So whatever, anyway, that's that. So let me get back to what I'm doing, but I'm gonna get back to you as soon as I know more what's going on and as soon as I've accomplished more. Hey guys, welcome to another beautiful sunny day in Tampa, Florida. Today is August 7th, Tuesday, and I'm back to working on the bus as usual. So far, what I've accomplished in the last couple of days is absolutely nothing. Friday, did a little bit of stuff on working on tearing apart the RV. Saturday and Sunday spent doing different conventions with RIA. We went to a Megaplex convention on Saturday and then did Comic-Con on Sunday. So those 2 days were out there doing that, away from the bus. Yesterday I spent ripping out more stuff out of the RV and to put into this, and just to get that RV taken care of as far as taking stuff apart. Today I'm going to be working back on the bus on getting the frame out for the tanks that behind there that are going under the bed, the water tanks, and then also trying to frame out the bed. I will update you when I've got a little bit more accomplished and I've got something to actually show you. In the meanwhile, you guys have a great day, and I will talk with you soon. Alright, so this couch here is now bolted into the ground, or into the floor of the bus. I marked it out, drilled holes down through the floor, and put 3/4 inch bolts into the floor of the bus, and used the old seat mounting brackets that were under the bus to really give support to the metal under there. Use those to help anchor that in to the floor. Unfortunately, because of the placement of this couch and where it is over the gas tank, the first two bolts were easy to get to because they were just behind the wheel well, but the other two bolts on the other side of the couch are sitting right over the gas tank. So the 2 bolts that are sitting over the gas tank, that's one of them. The one all the way in the back, right over here, I can't reach because of how it's situated under the gas tank. This is under the bus. This is the gas tank right here, and that's how I had to reach it, through this little tiny narrow opening. So it took me probably about a half an hour or so, maybe a little longer, to get that one bolt, the one nut on the bolt. But the other one, no matter how I tried, I could not get my arm under there to reach that bolt to put the other nut on. I'm going to need to fashion something that's long that I can slide down there to hold the nut while I screw the bolt from the other side. The bracket is not going to be able to be installed because there's just no way I can hold the bracket and put the nut on and screw it down all at once, or especially all by myself. So that's where I am right now. It's things like this that are taking forever to do, that are just one little thing that added to the bus that doesn't look like much, but takes quite a bit of time to do. Like just these 4 bolts, drilling the holes, putting the bolts in, putting the nuts on, all of that stuff, tightening it down. That already took me probably about an hour and a half. About an hour and a half. Maybe a little bit longer because of trying to reach this one and doing all that figuring out. So it's little things like that that are taking forever on the bus and not looking like a whole lot of progress, but it's taking my days. It's half a day is eaten up by a small little project. Or things like, today it's nice out right now, but the other day it started off nice. I started working on the platform to hold the water tanks, and it ended up starting to rain. So tried working through the rain, managed to electrocute myself a couple times, said that's it, I'm not doing anymore in the rain, waited for it to stop. As soon as I came out after the rain stopped, came out, started working again, starts coming down again, lightning storms. Florida troubles, what are you going to do? But each thing I'm trying to do is taking its time and causing delays on this bus. So I apologize for not getting out the videos faster or not showing more progress in the video as I'm putting these things out, but I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. It's just getting to the point where things are taking a really long time to get a very little bit done. So in the meanwhile, I'll keep you posted as to what things are going on. I'm going to try to get that other bolt put in so that couch is mounted with 4 bolts down into the ground, and I'll go from there. So anyway, I will see you guys soon with the next part of whatever I've accomplished or whatever I'm doing next. Let me give you a quick rundown as to what I've accomplished so far in the time since I last saw you, and what our plan is to do today. So far, what I got done is building out. Sorry, it's so cropped. I don't have my other camera today with the wide angle, but we've got closet framed out. We've got the platform for one water tank framed out. The other one's going on the floor, so it doesn't need a frame. Just needs to be blocked out. And now the bed is going to be going in here. The tricky part of doing the bed is that I've got to work around this angle, this shape here, and still be able to get access into this in case we ever need to get to the engine. So when I put this in, I did these separate so this can be opened up and this panel can come out and they can do whatever they need to do with the engine if that ever needs to happen. In the meanwhile, I've got to build a frame for the bed that goes around that. And it's going to come out to here. Now I am going to shorten the bed, the width of the bed just a little bit. Sorry, probably getting dizzy here, because the space in here is just not enough to squeeze through. So I'm going to cut it back, and the width of the bed is probably going to go to here. So there's at least some room to squeeze through here and into the open area behind the closet. So that's what I'm doing today, and I'll let you see what happens at the end of the day, how far I've gotten. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Here we are 2 days later. The water tanks are framed out. The bed is framed out roughly. There's still more that's got to go for the top portion of the bed, but bed is framed out roughly. The tanks are held in nice and solid. We've got some storage spaces in the front here and there. This tricky part over here still needs to be worked in a little bit more. I got to do a little bit more framing around here. This piece has to be able to come out in case they need to get to it to work on the engine. And like I explained in the other video, this can all come apart to get to the screws that open this up, and this will end up just sliding out so they can get to whatever they have to get to in there. If worse comes to worse, this corner can also come out fairly easily to be able to get to the engine should that be necessary. And I just wanted to give you a little pointer too. If you're just starting out working on your bus, drawings, whether it's 2-dimension or a 3D CAD, they're great to get an idea of a layout, but realistically, chances are you're going to have to make a lot of changes to your drawings or to your layout, because it's in real life. 3-dimensional real life is so much different than in your drawings. What looks like you might have enough space for you to walk through from point A to point B or whatever, on paper may not be that in real life. And I'm finding that out. I've drawn this layout out a few times, and I'm finding that even with the best drawings and 3D kind of rendering that I could do with this, when it comes to real life, I've had to make a lot of changes. It's not the same. So that's just a quick pointer. Don't know how you're doing, how well you're doing. I hope everybody out there is doing fantastic if you're building your own bus. That's just my tip for today. So today's Friday. I want to try to get this video out by the end of the weekend here, so I can start working on the next set of videos and work on the next part of the bus. It's been about 2 weeks, I believe, since the last videos went out, so I want to get this one out right away. Anyway, that's what I've gotten done so far, and got traffic going by. I'm sitting here waiting for Rhea to get out of school, picking her up. It's fun. She gets her own school bus to pick her up from school. Anyway, so signing off for now. I will get this video out as soon as I can, and I will see you guys soon. Ciao.